Have you ever noticed how the things we grip onto the tightest are so often the very things that are weighing us down? Well, today, we're going to dive into that, the invisible burdens we all carry around, and the surprising, almost revolutionary freedom we can find by just letting go. So let's just start with a really simple question. What are you carrying right now? And I'm not talking about your backpack or your groceries. I'm talking about the invisible stuff, those worries, those grudges that make your spiritual arms just ache. We all have something, and its true weight might be way bigger than you realize. This abstract idea can feel really physical. Just think about holding something as simple and light as an iPad. For 5 minutes, no big deal, right? It's nothing. But after an hour, you start to feel it. Your arm gets a little tired. Now imagine holding it for a whole day. Your arm is seriously aching. And for a whole week, without ever putting it down, it becomes an absolutely unbearable burden. The crazy thing is, the iPad's weight never changes. But the burden of holding it, oh yeah, that changes everything. And this leads to a solution that's so simple it feels almost silly. Just put it down. It's a strange human thing, isn't it? We convince ourselves we have to keep holding on, that something awful is going to happen if we let go, even when holding on is what's causing all the pain in the first place. And look, these burdens aren't some abstract theory. They're the real deal stuff. It's that constant knot in your stomach worrying about your family. It's a to-do list that feels longer than a CVS receipt. Or maybe it's that old grudge you're nursing, like a little pet that just keeps biting you. The source we're looking at even points out that good things, even good things can turn into burdens when we just hold on way too tightly. So where does all this stuff come from? Well, a huge source is this exhausting game we all tend to play, the status game. Let's dig into how we're constantly performing our own importance for each other. Our source material actually takes us to a dinner party from 2,000 years ago. Jesus is just watching the guests, and he notices something that is, well, hilariously familiar to us today. Everybody is scrambling for the best seats at the table, all trying to signal how important they are. It's kind of incredible how little has actually changed, right? Back then, a dinner party was basically a LinkedIn networking event, but with more hummus. Where you sat was like your public resume. And today, we do the exact same thing. We stress out over wedding seating charts, we polish our online profiles, and we count our social media likes. The stage is different for sure, but that human anxiety, it's identical. So what's the antidote to this whole game? The source offers this fantastic bit of what you could call furniture theology. Get a round table. It's such a simple physical way to just dismantle the whole hierarchy. There's no head of the table, no power seat. It's literally a piece of furniture that creates a living example of equality, right there in your own home. And that simple idea, a round table, it actually points to something much, much bigger, a complete reversal of how the world normally works. We're talking about a whole new system that flips our obsession with status completely on its head. This right here is the core principle. All who lift themselves up will be brought low, and those who make themselves low will be lifted up. Now, this isn't just a friendly suggestion to be nice. It's framed as a fundamental law of a totally different kind of reality, a different kind of kingdom. But let's be clear, this is not about fake humility, what the source brilliantly calls ambition wearing a fake mustache. You know, that thing where you say, oh, I'm nothing special, while secretly hoping everyone in the room will rush to disagree with you. No. True humility is something else entirely. It's a form of deep trust. It's that quiet confidence that the host of the whole feast knows your value and has the perfect place for you already. And that reframes everything, doesn't it? We get so obsessed with our position, our title, our seat at the table that we completely forget to taste the food. The real question isn't about our status, it's about our presence. Are you actually enjoying the incredible feast that you've been invited to? Okay, so now let's see how this whole idea moves from just being an internal mindset to an actual external practice. This is all about shifting our entire way of operating, from a place of careful accounting to one of just joyful abundance. And here's where it gets really, really challenging. The instruction here is to invite people to your table who can offer you absolutely nothing in return. No strategic connections, no social climbing, no quid pro quo. This just completely blows up our normal logic of networking, doesn't it? It's an invitation to give with no return address required. So what we have here are two completely different economies. The world's economy is all about minimizing loss. It's transactional, it's about getting return on your investment. But the feast economy, it has a totally different goal, to maximize love. Its method is radical hospitality, and its logic is pure abundance. It's not about accounting, it's about celebrating.
This is the fundamental shift in how we see things. So many of us live our lives like it's one long graded assignment that we're terrified of failing. But the invitation here is to see life not as drudgery, but as a festival. Not as an obligation, but as a wonderful celebration.
Okay, so this all sounds amazing, but how do we actually do it? How do we put it into practice? Well, this final section offers 3 really concrete, practical experiments you can actually start this week. So here it is, your invitation to practice. First, try to put it down. Each morning, just name one worry, out loud if you want, and consciously release it. Second, make room. Intentionally share a meal with someone who you know can't repay you in any way. And third, choose the low seat. Volunteer for a role nobody notices. Stack the chairs, clean up, help out behind the scenes, and just experience that incredible freedom that comes when you stop competing. And what you'll find reveals this beautiful paradox. In our constant striving to get to the top, to get the best seat, we often miss the very thing we're looking for. The profound insight here is that true joy, it's often found in the places the world completely overlooks. It's found in that simple freedom that comes from just letting go of the need to be first. So, the table is set. The feast is ready and waiting. An invitation has been sent out to you to stop striving, to put down your burdens, and to simply enjoy the celebration. The only question left is, how are you going to RSVP?